Welcome to the heaven of Taucherli, in the middle of Zürich. So we are a small producer of bean-to-bar chocolate. They're working 3 persons at the moment, but also we have amazing, nice collaboration here. But first I want to explain, for the next few steps you will see how we do bean-to-bar chocolate, so from the beans, which are around from us, until the bar. By the way, this is an example of the Petulia, Finca Petulia, 80%, and here is the owner of Cacao Petulia, and maybe you can say some words around this amazing bean.
Yeah, so we are, my name is Cristian Vélez from Cacao Petulia. We are a small Swiss-Colombian company. We have a plantation in Maceo, Antioquia. And we have been doing this now since 10 years, and what we have is a local criollo which we have been cultivating and generated a single variety and organic. And so we have 3 different single varieties. What we are seeing today is our B9, which is a very fruity type of aroma. And yeah, please join us and see how we get these nice bars done.
Yes. Okay, the next few steps, we go into our factory and show you the example of the B9, how we produce the B9, but also how we test the B9. By the way, thank you for this amazing collaboration with you.
Yes, thank you.
Welcome to the first step. The first step what we do is we check the beans. So we check if it has mold, if it has some eggs from insects, or how the fermentation is and everything. So it's called a cutting test. It's like a guillotine, which they used in France before, or also in Game of Thrones. So, can you help me?
Yeah.
Just hold it. So we cut it, open it again, and then you really can see how the fermentation is, how the quality is from the insects, from the mold and everything. What we here clearly see, and that is really interesting, is a criollo from Petulia and the standard bean. So you see the fermentation as well, also with the standard bean, but the B9 criollos are really bright from Cacao Petulia. You want to see something short about it?
Yeah, so yeah, what we see also is they are 50 to 60% fermented. We keep the fermentation not at 100% because this preserves the aromas of the flavors, especially the fruity pineapple, which is very characteristic for this B9.
Okay, let's go to the next step.
Yeah.
Okay, welcome to the roasting part. Here we roast the beans. So in general, you can say between 110 and 140 degrees, between 20 to 40 minutes. It really depends on your bean. What is really important is the roasting is one of the most important parts, because in the roasting, it's really important that you get the most flavor outside what is possible. So you can do everything right, or you can do everything wrong. The point of how we roast is we have a drum roaster, and it means like we fill the beans. It roasts in one batch, so it has a clear roasting until the roasting is finished, and when we emptying, just the beans come out here. So that's the step of the roasting. Let's go to the winnowing cracking. Welcome to the winnowing cracking part. So here after the roasting, we leave the beans stay for a few minutes until they are cold, or cold is around 40 degrees, and then we put it inside. Here, here's a small example where we put the beans inside, and then we just start the machine. So maybe it's getting a little bit noisy. So first of all, we have a fan which is filling that bag. So the beans coming slowly from here, they coming down, falling into the cracker. I can show you. So they're falling slowly into the cracker here, and then they're cracking. So if divides the beans or the cacao from the nibs. Now you can see the nibs coming outside. So you call it now nibs. There is no shell on it. So the shells, because they are lighter than the nibs, they are blowing up into the bag. So here we just have the shells, which we give to tea shops or which we give for the food for cows, for example. In Switzerland we have a lot of cows. So I think that is the first process of winnowing cracking. Okay, we are in the next step. It's the fourth step of doing heat-to-bar chocolate. This is the grinding or the pre-grinding. So what we do here, we go until 150 microns to do like a paste. It's called a liquor. What we do is we put the nibs inside here. Unfortunately, we don't have nibs to do that process. So you put the nibs inside, and here is a big knife. So it's called a batch knife mill. There's big knives, and it comes already kind of fluid viscosity. It comes out, and we are around 120 to 140 microns. This is to speed up the process, but also to save the quality of the beans. So instead of coming to 150 microns in one day with the melanger, you already do that in 1 hour. And then you still have the acidity part inside that you can work later on more with the flavors and with the acidity and with the bitterness. So let's go to the next step, which is the milling. Okay, welcome to the main part of doing chocolate. So here we have a grinder, a stone grinder, or it's also called a melanger. Here we process the liquor, which we have from the process before. Put the liquor inside. There is two big stones. They are driving in this pot and grinding on the bottom the chocolate or the nibs or the liquor. So here is also what we do is the mix of what we put inside the chocolate. So when we have 70% chocolate, we have 70% cacao inside, maybe a little bit cacao butter, and then some sugar. So what we do is, first of all, you can see here, we already put some sugar inside. There is also, again, the Betulia B9, which you process. It still looks like milk chocolate. In the process for the first 1-2 hours, we just let it process the liquor, and then slowly we put the sugar inside, which is, by the way, giving nice pictures. So, and for example, this is a 30 kilogram batch melanger, and now we are quite to the 30 kilogram when it's full. So, let's go to the next part to explain. Okay, welcome to the wall mill. It's a different process like we see before with the melanger. The melanger takes 3 to 5 days until the chocolate is processed. With a wall mill, it's really interesting because you just need to reach the microns, which is, by the way, 20 microns. You need around 1 hour, 1.5 hours, and then we pump the whole chocolate into the crunch, where you really can focus on the bitterness, on the acidity, on the flavors. So it's a bit a different production, but more efficient, and in my way or in my view, you have more focus on the flavors. Why is this so much fast? Look at inside. Inside you see a lot of balls, metal balls. So you just put, you can put nibs inside. You just put everything inside, of course in order. And at the end you have also 20 microns. Some additional information about it. So here we have to reach 20 microns. Why? Everything what is on the 20 microns, you doesn't feel any pieces inside. So you just feel the amazing meltiness. So here, and that takes until 5 days. It really depends on the sugar, it depends on if you put nibs inside or liquor inside. But the target here is to get the 20 microns. But also, it's also the target that will here develop the flavors in the chocolate. Okay, right now in a different mood. Here is the part of the tempering chocolate. So what we do here is we have specific temperature here and specific temperature when the chocolate comes up. So it's we have around, I would say now with this chocolate we have around 42, 45 degrees and cool down until 30 degrees. And this is kind of, you call it crystallization. So it needs the crystallization that you get the perfect shine on your chocolate, the perfect snap on your chocolate. So what we do here is we set the gram and put the chocolate inside the bar. Just means like we fill the bar and we have a vibration here. You can see the chocolate is flowing out. I show you again. If I come here. So we just fill it, and you really see like the chocolate is flowing outside. Okay, that was a little bit too much here. So what we do next is we just put it into the cooling tunnel. So a lot of people, they do it in a fridge. This is kind of to be a little bit more efficient. So you really can run along here, fill the molds, put it in the cooling tunnel. So let's go to the demolding. Okay, here when the bars is around 20 to 22 minutes, in between 10 to 12 degrees, we cool it down. And what is the nice thing is, after it, they just come out. So here is the part of demolding the chocolate. I really like this word. It's kind of meditation because we do all the time the same. So until the fridge or the cooling tunnel is empty. So let's go to the last part, packaging. Okay, welcome to the packaging part. I would say the most hassle thing, which is still a nice word, but the most hassle thing for small companies is the packaging, because packaging is all the time the most expensive machine. So that is the reason why we still do it by hand. And I think a lot of B2B makers do it by hand. So you really see how much work is on a bar when you're packaging a bar. So our bars has a alu paper around it. So all our bean to bar chocolate has a black alu paper. So you can imagine how much work is that per bar. So when we have done the alu paper, we put it on a normal paper. That is also a really hard work. That is maybe also one of the reasons why a bean to bar chocolate is maybe a little bit more expensive than an industrial chocolate. So the last step is our sticker, which you put on it. So, and the Taucherli chocolate is done with the amazing B9 from Cacao Betulia. So I hope you enjoyed, and if you have any question, just write us on Instagram or on Facebook. We will answer all your questions. Have a nice day.
So, welcome to the Schokoladen or Chocolate-Gourmet-Festival, live from Hanover, and we're traveling to Switzerland today, to Keusen, to the company named Taucherli, and I'm sure he would like to explain everything about his chocolate ventures. And yes, welcome Kai, I'm glad you are here.
Thank you very much.
I hope we'll get a lot of information from you about your chocolate, why you make chocolate, and I would also like to see your arms. I like that a lot, your tattoo. Yes. And yeah, maybe you want to start and just tell us your chocolate story, and we are curious to hear everything. Thank you.
So yes, as you mentioned, I'm Kai Keusen, and we are Taucherli, and it's happened really like 5 years ago. Before I worked as a consultant, and I wasn't so happy anymore in this job, and all the time wanted to do something with cheese, wine, or chocolate, typical Swiss. So then I came up to this small company which already called it Taucherli, which was in a garage, and it was really super tiny, and this company went bankruptcy, and then it was like I'm just doing. Even I didn't know that I even have to tempering the chocolate. So I started this company, this Taucherli, in a new way. And then I was really proud doing chocolate in Switzerland. But we worked with Kuvertüre at this time. And it was really like, okay, I'm super proud, I'm doing chocolate. And then I found out this movement, bean to bar. And I was really like, okay, we don't do chocolate, we're just a chocolate melter and not a chocolate producer. So, and it's me, it's a personal thing from me. I can dive into it. And I was diving into this topic. I was visiting a lot of bean to bar makers. All the information which I get around in the internet, I get all. And then we started the first batch with bean to bar. Yes, and then the story began. It was so an amazing story. It is still an amazing story. Just you asked also the name. So the name is coming from the stick which we have, which you can dive into the hot chocolate or the hot milk. And this meaning in Swiss German is tauchen, diving. Yeah. And as we Swiss are, we have for all explanation a different name. So there is this kind of coot, which is diving all the time to take his food or its food. And then we call it Taucherli because it's called Taucherli. And also I wasn't interested to take my name on the branding. So we take that name and call it Taucherli, and also take the brand logo, which is really amazing and remarkable. So that is how it starts.
That's a nice story. I like that. And when I visited you last year, I also saw the birds on the water, on the lake.
Yes.
They're really nice.
Already I did last day on Instagram a story about it.
Okay.
Yes.
Very good. And now where are you getting your beans from?
So our beans is at the moment we have from Cemberana from Indonesia. An amazing bean, which is soon on the market. But also we have from Colombia, from Ghana, from Mexico, the Finca Rioja. And I would say at the moment, my favorite bean is the Betulia. So we have the Betulia B6 and B9, which marks or which reminds the B9 or B6, is a strange name, but which remarks on the trees, which they tested. So all of them are criollos. And all of them looks really like milk chocolate. It's just crazy. Yeah. And this is at the moment my favorite bean. Oh, and we have also an amazing Nicaragua, which is really a fruity flavor.
Yes.
So we are focused on special beans which really have a strong note.
So very distinctive, also very big difference between the beans you have. You can really taste the difference in the flavor.
Yes. Yes, that is, I think that for that we are also famous, that we really have different notes from the beans.
Yeah.
And that is also what is amazing about Bean to Bar, what you can show the different notes.
Yes, absolutely. That's, I think, also very important for everybody who is tasting the chocolate. And I think we have to teach people that chocolate really is like wine.
Yes.
Right?
That is definitely true. That is definitely true. And that is, by the way, really a hard point in Switzerland, because Switzerland, they think we have the best chocolate.
Yes.
And the most quality chocolate, but it's vanilla inside. So it's covering the notes of the beans. Even, okay, they have mixed beans from everywhere. But also, now we are also the colored brand. We're doing also Bean to Bar, which we had before Kuvertüre inside. Mm-hmm. But this is more a little bit I would say the commercial chocolates. So it's Swiss quality, and we know the farmers, so we know the cooperatives. It's really a sustainable, fair trading the beans. But there we more focus on standard chocolate, because that is also a really important point, is not everyone wants to go on a flavor journey.
Yeah.
So we have also this kind of commercial where we also put vanilla inside, and where we use lecithin, for example, to work faster, that we can go a little bit down with the price. But also with the lecithin, it's really important, we don't use soy lecithin, we use sunflower lecithin from Germany, because we are looking on this brand, we're looking as much as local. But in Switzerland, they don't produce lecithin, so we take it from Germany. Okay. In this brand, we have a little bit crazy stuff, like pop rocks inside, or our best seller is the rapeseed. Mm-hmm. It's really fitting to the milk chocolate. And with the pop rocks, it's also amazing, because we are directly now on a project, because there is no organic pop rocks around the world. And
really?
So producing pop rocks is really a hard thing. And now we are with a food technologist and with a machine, someone who is building machine. We are building at the moment a reactor to do our own pop rocks.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
Interesting. So as a next step, we are going to see your production.
Yes.
Yes. And we have to say that we did record this, I think 2 weeks ago or something. Yes. But it's a nice journey through the production, and you explain very well how you do your bean to bar chocolates.
Yes.
And so we will show this now, and then we will see our visitors for the online live tasting with your chocolates.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm really looking forward.
Yes, so do I. So see you in a few minutes. Thank you.
Okay, super. Have a nice day.
Hallo Kai.
Hi.
Hörst du mich?
Ja, hörst du mich?
Ja, ich höre dich auch sehr gut.
Super.
Ah, Christian ist auch da. Hallo. Sehr schön. Die Produktion haben wir eben schon gesehen. Jetzt seid ihr eingefroren.
Seid mir eingefroren?
Ah, jetzt geht's wieder.
Oh.
Du hast dich bewegt, schon geht wieder alles.
Gut. Ja, wir müssen bei uns ein bisschen so bleiben.
Sollen wir Englisch sprechen oder Deutsch?
Lieber in English, because we did all the videos in English too.
So, okay, then we change in English.
Yes, we are flexible. So I have 3 chocolates in my hand. First of all, congratulations for the...
Thank you very much.
So first of all, the bar is creamy. Mm-hmm. It has a nice roast. Chocolatey flavor. It's mild. Has some fruit as well. but also some maybe woody and grassy notes as well.
For me, it's you're right. For me, it's that is an interesting thing because the taste of each person is different. So for me, it has a little bit also black wooden fruits, or how you say, blackberry, something like a black
or dark red fruit.
Yes.
So nothing citrusy or something.
For me, no.
Yeah, no, for me neither.
No. I still like
It's
it.
nice.
I really still like it.
It's a nice chocolate.
Yeah. And it's not bitter at all. That is what I really like.
Yes.
We had a market last day, and the people are really surprised that it's not that bitter. A lot of people, they tasted it. It was really like, wow, it's really not bitter for a 70%. Even for the 80%, which we also have, it's also not bitter.
Christian, what do you think? Since it's your beans.
Yeah, it's a lot of and also some nutty and brownie yogurt taste in the back a little bit. But yeah, I like a lot the creation from Kai. Yes, it's very how is it accessible dark chocolate for many people which are maybe afraid of trying dark chocolate because they are used only to milk chocolate. It's a very good beginning, and it really opens up a lot of the interesting flavors.
Yes. I think the astringency and the acidity is also very, very nice.
Yeah. For me, it's a little bit, I don't know which batch you have, but the batch which we have is from the 20 November 2021. This one is a little bit grainy because we had to go a little bit before outside, before we reach definitely the 20 microns. So
let me see what I have. I have
grainy.
15th of August.
No. So our one is a little bit grainy. That is also the point of a chocolate maker. If you have the flavors, you take it out, and then here was really like we didn't reach the 20 microns.
Well, I think it's similar to winemaking.
Yes.
Every year is different.
Yes.
It's a natural product. It's a natural. Yes. It's a plant.
That is what I love. That is what I love from the part.
Okay.
Super.
Next one.
Next one.
Nicaragua.
Yes.
Or do you want to stay with Colombia?
Let's start with the Nicaragua because we are still around 70%.
Yes. Okay. Packaging.
Yes. Soon we will change the packaging a little bit more colorful.
Now to see the color difference. Show both bars. Hope I don't drop anything.
Yeah. The packaging out and you can really see it.
Yes.
That's crazy. It's really crazy.
Yes. Okay. Where from Nicaragua do you get it?
This is the Ohio. We got over in Mann.
Yes.
What is really surprising me at this bean at the last batch is it's crazy fruity. It's really crazy fruity.
It has banana and some orange flavor. and something else, something light.
Plum.
Maybe lime.
Lime a little bit, yeah.
But plum
In that direction.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say about
Also creamy.
your personal statement?
I beg your pardon?
Your personal statement.
I still didn't understand, sorry.
Your personal statement about this this chocolate.
I liked it too. It's very creamy. It's accessible. Nice roast. Mm-hmm. Not astringency and acidity. Mm-hmm. Is nice. It also has some woody notes at the end.
Yeah. And
but I think it's even creamier than the other one.
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
And I have some question here, just a moment. So one is, why have you decided to go for the chocolate production? I think you said that before.
Yes, just because chocolate is so an amazing product. It's really an amazing product. And in Switzerland, as a chocolate maker, it's a hard work and it's a really big effort to show the people what is different between Kuvertüre and chocolate. And that was a competition for me. And because I love chocolate.
That's always the best answer.
Yeah. It's so.
Are we having a bad connection again?
Yeah.
There's another question about the 100% bar, how you make it, because it's Kevin Lühmann who's asking, who's a chocolate maker himself, not a chocolate maker, but he's, well, we'll have him later on anyway, so we can explain what he's doing. But he's asking about the 100% bar, how you make it, because he thinks it's one of the softest he has ever eaten. I have it here.
Yes. And what is the question? Why we did it or how we do it?
How you do it?
Okay. It's we got this bean. Really, this is the only one bean which really can't define the location directly in Ghana, because someone give us the beans. He don't want to tell me where the beans from. But what is definitely clear is it comes all the time from the same farm, because we have all the time the same notes inside. And what is crazy with that bean, when I got the first time this bean, I really smelled the bean, and you already have this strong flavor or the strong notes of coconut and tonka, a little bit tonka bean. You have this already in your nose when you smell the bean. It's so a crazy bean. It's really a crazy bean, and I love this bean. And so I decided I have to do 100% chocolate out of it. And what is also amazing is it has a lot of cacao butter. The bean has, in general, more cacao butter inside than a standard bean or an average bean. Sorry, it's not standard bean, an average bean. And you see that already in the melanger, that is more fluid than another 100%. So that was so we took the decision to do it 100% out of it.
Shall we open this one?
Yeah, of course.
Instead of the other one?
It's up to you.
Okay, then let's do that. I think we have only a few more minutes left.
Yes.
But I can tell that we have to continue these tastings here. And I have a Facebook group already, Chocolate Discovery Tour, where we will do that. I like the packaging. It's white and inside it's black. Chocolate is also dark.
What I really like is because of the fat content, it's so creamy. And for 100% lovers, it's not bitter at all.
I'm getting some cardamom flavors right away.
I don't get the cardamom.
I smell it.
Yeah. For me, it's something like coconut, tonka.
Tonka, yes.
Yeah. And I would love, for that bar, I would love to send some samples with the bar. So to sell some samples with the beans. With the beans, because it's really so crazy. If you have the fresh beans, you really have this flavor in your nose.
It's nutty. It's not bitter. I know. Yeah. It's very nice and creamy. So for, yes, 100 people who like 100%,
yeah,
that's another bar.
Yeah. And we decided to do 100%, but that was general because you told me
I was absolutely right.
You was absolutely right. I mean, we did the right thing. Thank you.
You're welcome. I have another question. I'm blown away. What was your take? What was your take on roasting and melanging, conching? Did you add cocoa butter?
We add cocoa butter.
I think this is this Michael Beck asking?
Yeah.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, at the first time we add some cocoa butter. Now not anymore because it's so much cocoa butter inside. But as a startup or as a small company, yes, we can't just change that one. So it's just really just a bit cocoa butter inside. But with the new batch, we want to also change the sticker. I hopefully we gave the right answer to the question.
Yes, so it was not Michael Beck, I found out, Michael from Austria.
Oh, okay. Hi, Michael.
But anyway, good question. So it's a wonderful 100% bar.
Yeah.
Really nice. No, not sour at all.
Yes.
So it's a really edible 100% bar.
Yeah. Even here in Switzerland, there is a lot of people, they're buying it more because of low sugar trend or something like that. But it's really like, even here in Zurich, the people really say, wow, this is an amazing 100% bar. And so it's making me proud.
You can be proud of that. Well done.
Thank you.
So how much time have we left? 2 minutes, and can we still open the other bar?
Yeah, of course.
So 70%, 77%?
7%, yes.
Colombia and cocoa nibs.
Yes.
What I also like is because you put the roasting time, conching, and you put the year of the beans. Yes. And I think this is really the future of chocolate, that you also put the year, because cacao is a plant, is as natural as wine, and it's grown, and so it does make a difference if it's a different year.
Yep. We will change that information later on. We do later on a QR code on the back, because we have so much things to tell about each chocolate that we don't have any space, not like, for example, that bar, which is a carton where you can put a lot of information on it. We are packaged like that, so we will work in future with a QR code that you get all this information and more on.
Did you think about blockchain?
Blockchain?
Yes, we need to talk about this.
Oh, okay. we speak later on about this.
Yes, not today. Okay. It's also, I have to show the color.
Which batch you have? Also from 8th November?
No, April 2021.
Oh, okay.
I have to drink some water before.
So the nibs which are inside is from the Nicaragua bar which we have. We have the nibs inside there. And For me, it's too inaccessible chocolate. It's also one of our best sellers here in Zurich. So, which means when I speak about Zurich, which means a lot of people, they still don't know what is bean to bar, but they like the chocolate. And it's one of our best selling chocolate here in Zurich.
Honey.
Honey.
Yeah.
We say honey. Hey,
Honey,
Michaela.
but I am also getting it's a nice roast, good roast. So not over roasted. The nips, of course. And some tobacco. Dark chocolate. Very little fruit, if any. Some nuts.
I think the nuts coming from the nips.
Yeah. And not bitter at all. Same.
Yeah.
It's a very nice, creamy, dark chocolate.
I think the bitterness, we really found out, or that a lot of chocolate makers know that when we play with the heat, you can really take out bitterness.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well done too. I like it.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it makes me proud. Maybe you can see it. I'm a little bit red now.
No. Okay.
Okay.
We tasted 4 instead of 3 chocolate, but I think that's perfect. That's fine. The chocolates are available in our store.
I'm happy. I'm super happy. I'm very proud.
So next time we need to find out about importing from Switzerland.
Yes.
And the tasting set is online as well. So if you want to try the 3 chocolates, the 100% is separate.
That is
But
separate.
anyway,
But,
you put in all 4. I'm just being shown that Tom added all 4 chocolates.
Super.
If
Cool.
you want to do the tasting afterwards. Okay, and we keep in touch anyway. And we'll talk about the blockchain, what you can do there. And then, yes, thank you for tasting with me. And
Thank you for
thank
the
you
chat.
also to Christian for being here.
Nice to be here.
Keep up the good work.
Yes.
And yes, thank you. And audience, please order the chocolates to support not only Kai, but also the cacao producers and the whole idea of bean to bar chocolate.
Yes.
Thank you.
Super. Thank you.